Welcome, right in the cooping for William Hill with the best cooping I've seen all season. You're looking magnificent, mate. Simon Donnelly.
Looking decent, yeah.
Mate, you look like you can still play.
I don't know about that. Try to stay fit, but sixes.
I could get you a couple of £100 a week. Plus expenses, mate. It's Peterhead.
Too far.
Right, mate, on to the football. Celtic lost their second game under Brendan Rodgers away to Kilmarnock. Is it just a blip, or are you a bit worried for them?
After the break, they've been professional, but the weekend was poor for me. You can blame the pitch down at Kilmarnock, but too many players off the boil. Donnelly not his former self, so it's a big one for them at the weekend.
What do you think's went wrong with Donnelly? Just the interest?
Don't know. I think the transfer window, maybe the head's been turned. I don't know. He's still 21. He's a young boy, but he's certainly a shadow of last season at the moment.
They play Thistle at the weekend. Can you see them bouncing straight back?
I think they will, just because they're at home. I watched a wee bit of the Thistle game the other night. I think they had a goal that was onside, so maybe count themselves a wee bit unlucky. But I think with Celtic at home and it being the cup, I'd expect them to win it. A
big game coming up for Celtic, Zenit. Well, how do you see it going with that? Big game, eh?
Aye, tough. And that's the one where you're looking at likes of Donnelly and Sinclair's. They need to be firing for that game. Zenit are coming out, obviously, a winter break. You're hoping you catch them cold, but it's a good one for Celtic in terms of trying to get a run this tournament.
Celtic got beat from Kilmarnock. What a job Steve Clark's done. Done brilliant, isn't he? Linked to Scotland. Fancying for it?
Why not? You know, he's done a good job there. Would we have mentioned him a few months ago? Probably not, but he's doing as well as anybody just now. He's got great experience for down south, worked with some good coaches, so why not? Another one that's been linked is old Walter Smith. Yeah. What do you think of that? He's been over the course, hasn't he? He's experienced, he's got all the calibre there to do it again. Whether he wants to do it at what, 69, 70 years of age, I don't know. He's been out of the game for 6 or 7 years, so it'd just be something that only he could answer himself. But would you like to see Scotland take a fresh approach? Because Walter Smith was the manager years ago. I would, I would. A young up-and-coming manager, maybe? Yeah, possibly. I mean, even touching on the foreign thing as well. I mean, ideally, if you could get a good candidate as a Scotsman, perfect, but there's some decent foreign ones out there as well. We mentioned Celtic are at Thistle this weekend. Thistle struggling with relegation. Are these cup games a hindrance to them, or is it something that takes your mind off? No, I think as a player, you know yourself, I can go to Celtic Park, a wee bit of pressure off, it's not the league, try to get a cup run. I don't think they'll struggle in the relegation. I know they get beat off Rangers the other night, but I've seen enough of late to suggest that they'll move up the table. On to Hibs, great result last week against Rangers. Can you see them challenging Rangers for the second and third spots? I can, aye. Can you? Aye, I said that a few weeks back, and I think they're 3 points behind Rangers now. I think Lenny's got his eye on second and third place, and from what I've seen this year, Hibs are probably the most attractive team to watch. You know, with McGinns and McGeoch's at the top of form. They beat Rangers at Ibrox twice. They've almost beat Celtic at Celtic Park, so they show they can handle these occasions. I think they'll run Aberdeen and Rangers close. You mentioned Lenny there, what a great job he's done. Brilliant. Can you see him being linked with teams down south in the summer? Well, it was linked with the Scotland job, wasn't he? Can you see him holding on to him? I don't know. I think he enjoys the club. It's a good club, Hibs. You know, they've got a great backing there. But yeah, it's one of the ones, if your head gets turned, if clubs from down south come. He's obviously had the experience of the Bolton thing, which didn't go too well for him, but he's certainly bounced back for that. On to Rangers, obviously beat for Hibs, as we said. Are they still a work in progress, do you think? Rangers, aye, for me they are. Went on a decent little run there. Obviously the setback, recovered to beat Partick the other night. But yeah, I think they're still that wee bit off the quality of Aberdeen. You mentioned that you kind of see Thistle struggling. Ross County got a great result against Dundee at the weekend. Can you see Dundee maybe getting pulled in it? Aye, I think they had a poor result. You know, that one, I didn't see that coming actually. Ross County needed that, didn't they? They did, because I'd seen a couple of Ross County's games. I was at the Motherwell game the week before and they were poor. And I tipped them to go down on the back of that. But they've bounced back with that result. I think Hamilton could be struggling down there as well. And St Johnstone are on a terrible run. St Johnston's just unlike them, innit? Can you see him pulling it back, Tom? Because he's done great there, hasn't he? I was at the Motherwell game the other night. Again, I thought they were poor. They didn't show much for me. They've got a lot of players that have been there a long time. I don't know if it's a staleness, but I think they could struggle as well. Right, perfect, mate. On to your cooping. We're desperate for a winner. And I'm not just saying this, I fancy yours. I think this could be the first one. Is this the first? This could be the first, mate. Dundee versus Motherwell. Yeah, I'm going to go with Motherwell, just on the back of Dundee's bad result last week, and I think the two strikers for Motherwell are doing well, Sifty and Main. They're a handful, aren't they? 4 and 4. I've liked what I've seen with them, so I'll go with Motherwell. Greenock Morton versus Dumbarton. I'm going to go home, Greenock Morton, to beat Dumbarton. Jim Duffy doing a great job there, a couple of good results recently. I think they'll go through
And Ayr versus Rangers?
I'm going to go Rangers. I think Ayr will score. I think Ayr have scored one of the teams that scored most goals this season. I think they'll score, but I think Rangers will win.
And finally, Aberdeen versus Dundee United?
Aberdeen Dundee United, usually a really good tie, but I think with Dundee United languishing in the Championship, I think Aberdeen have too much quality for them.
Perfect. Thanks very much, Si. Top man.
All right, mate.
Cheers, mate.